Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Brother Amar Rakha. Back with another lesson, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakha, Radash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. So I wanted to do this quick. I just wanted to do this lesson real quick. But when it's edifying, and looking at the title, it says Mom admits she went too far after 14-year-old son dies from over 1,100 injuries sustained during 3-hour beating, cops say. Now what race of people do you think this woman is, man? Have a guess, because I bet you would get it straight away. It is so-called black woman, man. Alright? I'm tired of seeing this shit, man. They never cease to amaze with the selfishness and the wickedness. And that's not just to say that the men of our people aren't wicked, but there's a wickedness in our women, man, that towards their children, which is just unbelievable, man. I've heard stories of them putting, their babies in the ovens and stuff like that, man, and the washing machines and all that, going partying for days without, even having anyone looking after them, man. So like this cat always wants to start mucking around when I'm trying to do these lessons. Yeah, man, so they're just wicked, man. And you see it all the time when you're out on the boat. You can see it. You can see the way they move with their children, dragging them up the street. You know what I mean? Shouting at them in the street. Always rebuking them for the smallest of things, man. So let's read some of this anyway. Let me just let this cat out of the room. Forgive me. Go on, outside a minute. Go. Alright, yeah. So yeah, man. So it says Danae Young, 29, accused of using an HDMI cord to hit her son until he collapsed. You know what I mean? Do you know how much demons you have to have when you to have that much energy to do that? Right? 1,100 times, man. I don't know what this picture's for. But this happened in Seattle, right? Anyway. So it says a Washington mother admitted to police that she went too far after her teenage son suffered more than 1,100 injuries and died when she allegedly beat him for hours for not doing his chores. Imagine that. Look, man, let me say this, man. Look, her job is to do the chores, man. She's the woman of the house, man. Right, if she's done things the right way, and look how old she's, 29, he's 14. So basically, she was, she gave birth to, when she was 15, man. So she was up in them streets. She was for the streets at 15. You know what I mean? So she was out there, riding that clock carousel. And then, that's why, man, because she didn't have no youth of her own, man. And realistically, according to our ways, man, that's the right time. But in this day and age, in this world, these girls ain't ready for that, man. Mentally, they're not capable of dealing with such a responsibility. This is getting back to the point I was making, man. If it was done correctly, there'd be a man in the house. He'd be out working and she'd be looking after the children at home, doing the chores, man. Simple as that. So it says Denai Young, 29, was arrested on January the 30th and charged with a second-degree murder charge. The Seattle Police Department said in a probable cause statement viewed by the Idaho Statesman. The 14-year-old, who was not named, sustained 1,172 injuries on his body, including on his head, neck, ears, torso, arms, and legs. According to the medical examiner, he died from blunt force trauma. Young told detectives that she beat the teenager with an HDMI cord when she discovered he had not cleaned the kitchen or any of his other chores. I just kept swinging the HDMI cord. I should have listened, but I kept saying, "You're gonna stand up and do your chores," and he was like, "Mom, I'm dizzy, I can't do it," and I thought he was faking, she told the detective. Young's son cried out for help as she hit him with the cord until she lost count and he collapsed. So that's why I said she was a demon on there, man. And I'm not saying that to excuse it by any means, man. Alright? Because they all got demons on them, man. You know? Young's son cried out for help as she hit him with the cord until she lost count. That's a quote. And he collapsed, police said. When she saw that the teen wasn't moving, she called 911. I went too far, Young told the authorities. So you went way too far, man. You know what I mean? It's like, you just beat your son to death, man. For what? We had laws in the scriptures, man, about, putting your own children to death. But that doesn't stand anymore, man, because we have grace. So there's no cause for you to put your own children to death, man. You know? This is wicked, man. Unbelievably wicked, man. This is why we need Yahushua to come back. Because there's too much of this going on. Read this, look. The boy's stepfather was in the home during the beating along with his 3 younger half-siblings. And they did nothing, man. And what the hell, man? Stay away from these nigger women, man. Because from a young age, man, they're all the same, man. They're dangerous, man. You can't leave your children around them. You can't have children around them and leave them with them, man. They can't be trusted, man. You know what I mean? They'll feed them crap or shit type of food. Listen, there was a story over here in the UK, man. I'm not going to name names and all of that. But a woman, a young mother left her kids to go to the shops, and the house burned down with them inside, and now she's in prison, man. Oh, and guess what nation she's from, man? Well, obviously, Israel, man. She's an Israelite, man. And that's these curses, man. Alright? That's these curses, man. So let me get into the scriptures real quick, man. Just get a few scriptures, Deuteronomy 28. The curses, man, as I'm talking of the curses. Deuteronomy 28 and 56 says, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. Right? Meaning, our women were in the right minds, man. Ladylike. You know what I mean? It says her eye should be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter, and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children which she shall bear. Right? And I'm not going to read the rest, man. Right? Because remember, the scripture says that these curses will be upon us for a sign and for a season. Right? Meaning until the curses are lifted. Right? And they haven't been lifted yet. And the reason why I say that, because this is going into, the siege, man, 70 AD. But that curse still stands, alright? You have to understand that certain scriptures are twofold, man. That's a terrible thing, man. And now she's going to have to bear the guilt, if she has any, and do jail time for killing her own son, man. And they never cease to amaze me, but we shouldn't be amazed by now, man. And by now this should be a common thing. Lamentations, Book of Lamentations 4 and 3, it says, even the sea monsters draw out the breast, they give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people is become cruel, like the ostriches in the wilderness. Right, it says, the tongue of the young child cleaveth to the roof of his mouth for thirst. The young children ask bread, and no man breaketh it unto them. Yeah, a lot of these, we're not even feeding their kids, man. They go and get their hair and nails done. Forget, and not even buying food for the children, man. A lot of these Jake children, a lot of these Israelite kids die of starvation, man. It's a terrible thing, man. The Lord tells us, man, that the children are a blessing, man. Alright? Not a burden. Where is it now? Psalms 139 and 13 says, for thou hast possessed my reins, thou hast covered me in my mother's womb. I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. So the Lord creates, the spirits, man. He's the Father of spirits, man. And you're basically destroying the work of the Lord, man. You're not taking it as the blessing. It says wonderfully made, man. And in fact, let me get something else in Psalms, like this is Psalms 127 and 3. It says, lo, children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. It's his reward, man. At times I've seen the so-called black woman dragging up her kids and embarrassing herself, thinking that she's embarrassing her children, but she's really embarrassing her own self, man. You know, I've seen them do it, and they look in your face. They like to look in a man's face when they're doing it because they think that we're impressed. I've seen it. As weird as that sounds, I've seen it and I've noticed that. Right, they look in your face while they're doing it, thinking, yeah. I mean, you know, they're impressing us, man. That's not how you raise a child, man. You know, children just has to train up a child the way he should go, man. You know, so they won't forget it in their later years, man. You're just passing down, you know, your poor training, man. It's an endless cycle. You know, if she was brought up correctly, man, she wouldn't have been getting pregnant at 15. And I say that because in this world it's not good. Alright, it's not. We're not in the ancient world and we're not in the kingdom. In the kingdom things are going to be different. It's going to be back to how it was. But in this world you can't be doing that, man, at that age. Alright, you can't be. Because these young men and these young girls are not mentally prepared to deal with you know, real life, man. Let's try to get a couple more scriptures anyway. I have to go too deep on this. And this is just to link up with that, man. This is Jeremiah 1:5. It says, before I formed thee in the belly I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb I sanctified thee and ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. I'm not saying the young man was a prophet, but you know, actually at the end of the day he was a son of the Most High, man. Alright? You know? The Lord knew him, man. The Lord knew his spirit. You know, they just don't hold any, you know, an Israelite man or Israelite male doesn't hold any worth in this world, man. And these women that are raising them up, they despise them, man. They always say stuff about the baby father. And there's another one, Job 31:15 says, did not he that made me in the womb make him? And did not one fashion us in the womb? So the Lord, man. You know, you're destroying the creation. Tired of seeing this, man. Tired of, and you know, all it does is paint that picture of our people, man, that we're this way inclined. But you know, as time goes on, man, the people are waxing worse, man. Psalm 22:9 says, but thou art he that took me out of the womb, thou didst make me hope when I was upon my mother's breast. I was cast upon thee from the womb, thou art my power from my mother's belly. And that's just all linking them up, man. You know. Did I get I can't remember if I got this. I think I did. Yeah, I did get that. Anyway. In fact, let me get one more. Let me get one more scripture. Proverbs 6:16 says, these things the Lord doth hate. The Lord Yahweh doth hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. Right? You know, man, she beat that boy to death and had no shame about doing it because she did it in front of people, man. In front of his siblings. Right, that's heartless behavior, man. Heartless behavior. You know, another Israelite joining the prison system, man, because, you know, that she does they're just lacking the knowledge, man. Anyway, man, I want to close that one up, just a brief one. All one is edified, man. And yeah, man, we just need this to end, man. Lift these curses. I mean, I'm tired of seeing this shit. You know, anyway, all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors as always to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect and to the great multitude destined for salvation that consists of you know, men, women, and children. You know, but the women that are believing on this word, man, they're not doing that, man. All right. You know, that's why a lot of these women that, you know, when they start trying to curse out the prophets, man, it's because you're like a hit dog that hollers, man. You know, you don't like what you're hearing because it's you doing these wicked things, man. Anyway, with that, I'll say shalom, man. Shalom.